All right, Shalom. This is Howard One by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, Leah Hawa, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, Nagwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Let's dive right in, man. All right, I got something I want to show real quick. Hold on 1 second. Turn this music down. All right. So I was watching this. As you see in the thumbnail, I titled it. Um, I just zoomed in on Three Eye Atlas. Well, this is not Three Eye Atlas. This is something called R2 Swan. All right, R2 Swan, which is I guess it's supposed to be like a comet or something like that, right? Let me show you. So it's allegedly just like they're calling this Three Eye Atlas object a comet as well, but it has no tail and it's not an asteroid. It has no dust. If it was a comet, it'd have two tails. Um, so this new object that just popped up in September, they knew about Three Eye Atlas since July, but this one popped up out of nowhere September 11th. And that day is like a lot happened on that day. You know what I'm talking about in the past. Um, C 2025 R2 Swan, formerly known as Swan 25B, is a long period comet allegedly discovered on September 11, 2025 by Vladimir Bezugli through the Swan imagery. All right, so that was the imagery or technology they used. It was called Swan. As of October 13th, 2025, the comet has uh, apparent magnitude of 6.0 with a solar elongation of 50 degrees and is observable in 50 millimeter binoculars. But anyway, so this one right here, I was watching this guy here. Hold up. This guy here, man, he was the one of the first people to come out with true images of Three Eye Atlas, this interstellar object. Again, Three Eye Atlas means three means third, eye means interstellar, and Atlas is the telescope that they use to spot this object going back to July. All right, that's bigger than and it's bigger than Manhattan. It has no tail, right? Glowing green from within. You seen shapes of it look like a massive craft, but this one right here is called R2 Swan, right? And it has no tail and it has no dust trail. That's what caught my attention when he was talking. It's hard to understand this guy, but he was like, it has no tail. It has a extended coma. That's it. So I'm not gonna play too much of that, but I want to show you what he does. He does this right here. I'm gonna see if I can show you. Here, see on his page, he'll go live and show you the camera that the telescope that he's using. He got a huge telescope on his roof, and he'll show you him setting it up. He'll show you him stacking the images and getting it clear, right? So just showing y'all ain't no weird camera trick or AI picture that I'm about to show you. All right, this is straight from his live feed. I just paused it and did all kind of light removals with my phone, my this iPhone. All right, so I'm gonna play a little piece of his video, so maybe I can go subscribe to him, check him out. I forgot his name. I don't want to zoom out so I can see it, but um, yeah, pretty good. I don't know what you call it, observer, sky observer. All right, and he believes that it's technology. He think it's alien, but we know it's the angels. And he said it on here too. He was like, "Yeah, whether you think it's angels, or aliens, he said you'll be more closer to being right than people that's saying it's just an object." He said it has no tail, it's moving, it's pulsating, it's spinning at every 4 hours. Not this, but the three-eye atlas. It's not by itself. It's moving in a fleet at a perfect distance, so it can't be fully observed. Coursing through the planets at a perfect angle, so it's like doing a drive-by almost view of everything. So now let's see this one right here. I zoomed in on it. That's all I did, and I just pulled some layers away. And let me play this just a clip so you can see what he's doing. Hold on. Right on time. It was a commercial. 1 second. All right, hold up. Here you go. So he's saying that ignore this right here because this is just um something a glare because it's daylight on his telescope. See, like this is live from earlier. Like he zoomed in on it. It was nothing there, and he just zoomed in. Uh, you know, there you go. Mm, mm-hmm, mm, mm, mm.
That will be their goal, but they couldn't, man. They try hard, but they couldn't. That's the truth. And it's funny because in the study, they don't mention the word tail. In the study, they don't mention the word tail. They mention extended coma. It's, man, it's, to me, from my perspective, it's starting to get a bit ridiculous. The denial of those guys, man. Okay, extended coma. It's a tail. And they analyzed everything in the study that I will pull here now. So for the ones that just joined, this is the R2 Swan. Probably a comet. I just don't believe in them anymore, man. This is so crazy, man. It's sad. In a way, it's sad, but, you know.
If you've never
So you heard it yourself, man. He's looking at you heard it yourself. He's looking at the R2 Swan, uh, and he like they saying it's a comet, but
cached a 42
once again, there's no tail. And comets and asteroids have tails on them. So as he was talking, I decided to zoom in. You know, because I'm just curious and stuff like that. So I decided to zoom in. And let's see. I just want to see something. So there's him zooming in.
Very fast. It's very fast. It's faster now. Today, real. Look at this. This is coma. This is coma.
See?
Let's see if I can pull the tail. This is coma. Let's see if we can see the extended coma here or not.
Now this is
So
on
far,
this is on R2 Swan. All right, not 3-Eye Atlas. All right, he's zooming in on it and he's looking for evidence of a comet or asteroid, looking for a tail. All right, he doing this live.
nothing.
Nothing.
So far, nothing. Nothing to see here. Move around. We can see the nucleus moving.
Yeah, see.
This stretch is because of the nucleus moving very fast. It's very fast. It's faster now than 3-Eye Atlas, and a bunch of green gas around that we couldn't see in 3-Eye Atlas. This actually is very big. The green gas around the Swan.
It's a basic glowing green. I mean, you know. So, and the scriptures speak about Yahweh Shai's fleet having sapphire or green. But now let's get to what I did. So again, this is from his telescope. And what I did was I took this now this is from his same video, right? Same picture. I just zoomed in on it, peeled some layers away, add some brightness, got rid of the brightness, got rid of this light, that light, you know, all that. And it's kept peeling back layers. And this one kind of bright, but you can see something there, right? Like a silhouette of a something that's angled. It got angles to it. It look like a triangle. See it? I'm gonna zoom out so you can see it. All right. But when you look right at the picture, all you see is the light. But if you zoom in and superimpose it, you'll see a triangular shape there. So that struck my interest. So I started doing more. All right, peeling back more layers. And then I got to this. When I got here, I started doing other stuff, and I was just looking at the screen, wasn't even paying attention. And I was like, what is this right here? It just caught my attention, you know? So I zoomed in on it, and this is like peeling back all the layers. You see, I was, you know, and you tell me what you see. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't make the shape. I showed it to my children, and I was like, "Yo, tell me what you see." I ain't gonna say nothing. is what you see. They didn't know where it was from, so I showed them. I zoomed in and I cropped the picture, and it was like I see a man standing there with a crown on his head. That's what they saw. And I was like, yo, I didn't make you say that. I just showed you a picture. All right. Um, hey, look, I zoomed in. You can see it from a distance. This is what I was doing earlier, adding different filters to it. And this is the same object. It just zoomed in, but this is the actual nucleus. So I was like, let me focus on that. And then when I did, I zoomed all the way in, and I see this. Right? Not trying to see something. It just was there. Look at that. So I was like, all right, if it's something there, like right here, you can see it. It look like a person standing, like a Jake. Just saying, man. It look like a Jake with a crown on his head. I don't like no hippie, long haired Edomite. I was like, yo, you know, it look like a so-called black man right there. Just with light on it. Somebody shine a light on your face, it's gonna look brighter in the face. So y'all let me know what y'all think. But this is the funny part though. This is just for humor. I went to Chat GBT, right? And I was like, all right, if it's an image there, right? Like say when you had like an old image of your great grandmother or something like that, a grandfather, and it was blurry, them old pictures, and you put it into this computer, it should be able to unpixelize it or whatever, enhance it, make the picture clearer. So I played a trick with the Chat GBT because it's dumb anyway. It's just a computer. Um, Now I typed in remove the pixels and enhance the photo to see the person with the crown. Meaning like it's somebody there. Just let me know if it's not or if it is. Right? I feel like it's somebody there on this picture. Can you unblur it and make it clear? This is what ChatGPT said. I can't enhance or alter this image to reveal or identify a person. So basically, I ain't gonna make no fake person up for you. That's good. That's what we want. We don't want nothing fake. So it said, I can't enhance or alter this image to reveal or identify a person, but if you like, I can instead adjust it in ways that don't involve identifying people. For example, I can reduce the noise or sharpen it for artistic clarity, adjust lighting and contrast for better visibility, apply filters or create a stylized version oil painting sketch effect. Would you like me to make one of those kinds of enhancements? I said, yes, just enhance it to see it clearer. That's it. All right. So enhance this. Show me what's there that I can't see, or at least a close depiction of it. And that's what came up. I ain't put no, look, you ready? This what came up. So they said whatever's in this image, I thought it was gonna be like just blurry, say just light. But it's somebody there, right there. And this computer analyzed it and they said this way it looked like somebody with a robe on, serious eyes, and a crown. He dark skin. I ain't put the dark skin, none of it. You look, you see it anywhere? I ain't put show me make him a Negro. I ain't put none of that. I just put enhance. Look, yes, enhance it so I can see it clearer. They enhanced it and this came up. From, mind you, from this. That's from this. I just zoomed in on it. So, yo, you get me?
Anxious.
So, right? And that's from this. right here. I just zoomed in on his picture or his camera video, and that's what I got. That's why I put this picture on here because this is what the AI said they see here, right here. Look at that, man. That's a face. Right, not even trying to look. Look at the arm. You can see an arm here, and the body right here, look like a crown on his head, two eyes, nose, mouth, big beard. I mean, if I'm wrong, it's cool, but it's just this is look right here. That's what I saw. Kind of like King Masha. All right. So this was just interesting to me, man. And I'm gonna read just one scripture. It says Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels, and the Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. All right. So you're gonna have these chariots, and they're gonna have uh, angels in them. So let me get this real quick. It's not gonna be aliens, little green men. Let me go to Ezekiel 1 real fast. Not to get too detailed into Ezekiel. There you go. Ezekiel 1 and 1. This is when Ezekiel saw the vision of the chariots, and he saw Yahweh Shai there. If you understand Ezekiel chapter 1, Ezekiel saw two fleets of angels, with Yahweh Shai being there and the four archangels meeting up under Yahweh. And Yahweh was sitting on the firmament. All right. And so what that vision showed Ezekiel was that it's the Most High that controls, hi- basically showing that his hands control the heavens and the earth, and his hands being the angels, and he controls them too. That's what he was showing Ezekiel, like he has power from heaven and upon earth. So telling Ezekiel, don't worry. So this is Ezekiel 1 and 4. I looked and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, so a chariot, giant chariot, or um burn up the elements. Look like what do you call it just now? They got a halo around it, you know, a coma. All right, kind of like this, probably. So, and it says here, I looked, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, meaning it was moving forward towards them. It's kind of like Independence Day. They're moving, and a brightness was about it. See, a brightness was about it, so it was glowing. All right, it was glowing. Now, and it says here, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber. So it was like a brownish, goldish hue. All right, on these chariots, and out of the midst of the fire. So you had to go to the nucleus of it. All right, just like they're talking about today. You got all this stuff around it, but if you go to the nucleus, the core of it, you'll see there's an object or something there. Unless it's a comet or asteroid, you see it's just an asteroid breaking up. You see ice, dust, plumes all behind it, right? Easily observable and calculated course and maneuvers. You'll know that it's just an object. But this one is um, unprecedented, and they can't understand it. Not even just this one, but the three-eye atlas as well. They saying it's like fleets of chariots, man. At this point, all right. So it says here, and out of the midst thereof came the likeness of four living creatures. Now, living creatures, meaning they're living, but they're not human. These are angels, they're spirit. All right, he makes his angel spirits and administers a flame of fire. That also goes into him making the sun, moon, and the stars. But he's comparing it to him controlling the sun, moon, and the stars the same way he controls the heavenly angels. All right. And this was their appearance, right? So out of the mist there came the likeness of four living beings, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. They look like men. All right, I'm not even gonna read anymore. They look like men. When it says they have four heads, it's talking about duties, their employment, their purpose. All right, characteristics. But it says what? And this was their appearance. How did they look? They had they meaning all four of them, not just one of them. They had the likeness of a man. So all of them look like men. All right, and they say, oh yeah, one of them had the likeness of a man. One of them had the likeness of a bull. One had the likeness. No, it says this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. They look like men. All right. So what's inside those chariots? Angels that look like men, not no little green aliens. This is Second Maccabees 5:1. About this time, Antiochus the fourth made a second attack against Egypt. This was around 168 BC. First attack he did was 169. Um, he was trying to take over Egypt, from his own family. For nearly 40 days, people all over Jerusalem. Imagine it being in Jerusalem and you looking up and you knowing the invaders, Esau is coming, just like now. But then you start looking up and you seeing chariots. That's what the Lord said. When you see these things come to pass, look up because your salvation draweth nigh. It says what? 40 days for a whole month, all over Jerusalem. They saw visions of cavalry troops in gold armor charging across the sky. Just like them chariots shooting across the sky, right? Like a comet. The riders were armed with spears and their swords were drawn. So they were ready for battle. They were lined up in battle against one another like military drills. And mind you, wasn't no planes around during this time. All right. Attacking and counter-attacking. Shields were clashing. They there was a rain of spears shooting at them lasers, and arrows flew through the air. All the different kinds of armor and the gold bridles on the horses on the chariots flashed in the sunlight. So the chariots would look golden and they were flashing, and because of the sunlight. But these are objects in the sky that look gold in color. That's what Ezekiel said. Look amber, right? Look goldish. And damn, it's deep, man. These were chariots that were being ridden by these angels that look like men. So it flashed in the sunlight. Everyone in the city prayed that these visions might be a good sign. All right. So right now, we know that it's a good sign for the elect, but it's a bad sign for 2/3 in these heathens. Let me get that. This is Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. All right. So you got Gabriel, Uriel, Gabar Allah, War Allah, Pa Allah, Mayak Allah. You got all the other angels in the scriptures, man. Thousands and thousands, thousands, millions of angels. It says millions, not thousands, millions in front of his throne. All right. So let me get this one more time. 'Cause You know, there you go. Right. This is a Revelation 19 and 7. Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife have made herself ready. And that's what we're doing. We're getting ready, and the Lord is showing up. You know, this could be the angels, could be a fleet that they call in Three Eye Atlas moving behind the sun right now, and it could be Project Bluebeam. But I zoomed in, and it's the picture I got. They didn't zoom in. I zoomed in, and I caught it live on this dude page with his telescope. Has nothing to do with NASA, nothing to do with no, you know. I'm just showing y'all what I found off it, what he found. But with that in mind, we should be what? Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come. Either way, we know we're in that time. The prophecies got to play out on this earth. And part of the prophecies, um, the signs in the sun, moon, and stars is going to be those chariots also. And his wife have made herself ready. So that's what we got to do, get ready. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white. For the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. We're going to get new bodies and be made perfect. And he saith unto me, Right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he saith unto me, These are the true sayings of Yahweh. All right, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, a giant chariot. I did a video on that the other day. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. All right, let's get down to the point. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh. This is Yahweh Shai, and he's gonna show up in a huge chariot. And the armies, whoa! So there's armies out there, armies which were in heaven. So they were in the fourth dimension. Now they're in this third dimension. Followed him upon white horses, upon glowing chariots, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. So they're gonna have on garments as well. All right. So yeah, man. Tell me what you think. You know, leave a comment. Again, I got it from this video. This guy here.
Aliens like green.
He
Man.
said aliens like green. Hey, you know, say Yahweh Shai's garment is green. And it even says in Ezekiel that one of the fleet of chariots is green. Look, I'm gonna show you. It says here, Ezekiel 1 and let's go to let's get to the point. 13. Ezekiel 1 and 13. All right. It says, as the four living light as for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire. So they were glowing, like the individuals themselves, the actual angels, and like the appearance of lamps. So they had lightning lamps, meaning like lightning going up and down their bodies, like on Last Dragon. It went up and down among the living creatures, see? And the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning. And so like let me finish this up. The living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning, like here one moment, there the next moment, like flash. Now, as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his four faces. See? So another chariot showed up, and he had his fleet with him of chariots, meeting up with these other four living beings. The appearance of the wheels, talking about this new fleet that showed up, the appearance of these wheels and their work was like unto the color of beryl, so it was green. And they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. Right? It was green. So yeah, it was pretty interesting, man. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Let me go ahead and wrap this up before this joint cut off on me. But yeah, I zoomed in. This is what I saw. Real faint. So I posed it. I didn't make it. I didn't make this image up. I just superimposed it, and this one was there. Like one of them old school photos, black and white. And this is R2 Swan, and I asked AI to clear the picture, and this is what they came up with. So that I'm gonna say, Shalom, man. Let me know what you think. Double on to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders, and Shalom to you, Akim, Nakwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. And keep your imagination, man, and keep your mind open. Shalom.